Okay. And get going on this. Okay. All right. If anybody joins and wants to say hi, say hello. It would be nice to know how the balance between my voice and the music is. If someone could say something. And so to see my modular grid. All right, I'm going for the second row in just a few seconds. Nautilus SVF. Laser. Pop this in here. So the Nautilus is pretty new. I actually haven't really dug into it yet. I'm super interested to see how it's going to work with my system. You know, like I said, it's new and there's always a chance that it won't work at all. Alright. Dustiness gone. Let's get this. So, Confundo Funkitus, however you say that, is no longer made by Noise Engineering, but it's probably one of my favorite modules they ever made. It's a switch. 4 gates go in on channel A, 4 gates on channel B, and you can use this slider to flip between them. These are mutes, and that is sort of 2 or 3 different ways to treat this slider, like a mixed logic and crossfade. It is a fucking awesome module. Actually, every module that's going into this case is something that I really love. This is my drum machine section. Let's put you here for a sec. Short cable. Hope it is long enough. Let's find out. So there's 3 modules here, out of which I'm gonna get at least 4 voices. I'm gonna get a lot more variance, and it'll seem like more instruments than 4 voices through CV control. But for the most part, this is kicks, this is snare-ish territory, and then there's 2 on this that will be metallic of some kind, maybe hi-hats a little bit, but you know, all sorts of things. And this one is one that SSF and I collaborated on a little bit. All right. What do we do next? Oh my, it's like, honestly, I'm getting so close to done here. It's gonna be time to start patching soon. All right. And I need this SVF, I need this. So the dope for octolinear VCA is probably one of my favorite VCAs since the Tango Quartet, except it's double the amount of VCAs and 2 HP less. You don't get any fancy knobs to control volume or bias, but it's still, it's amazing. Like, it's so economical, actually. It's just fantastic. Did I count all these modules wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I counted them right. I definitely need this bus bar. Alright. I am missing a few modules that I'm gonna have to go find. I'm missing one at least. Yeah. And then there's actually a couple of modules that I want to use that I don't even have yet. There's the Steady State Fate random analog, the new one. And then there is a Z-Call Dimensions Mark III wavetable oscillator, which is like a 8-voice polysynth and 10 HP. Never had it before. It looks absolutely incredible. But I have no idea. I just don't know. Alright, I'll put this in there and fix. There. And you go here. Alright. So I don't actually really need 8 VCAs in this system. Having the extra VCAs is really nice, but I don't really need them. This 100 grit has a VCA built in, so I'm fine using that. I really only need it for the voice that'll come out of the Hertz donut. But I actually run a lot of the percussion through the VCAs to get additional level dynamics. You can do all sorts of dynamic control on these modules themselves, but I enjoy the extra bit of level control that you can get from the VCA. Okay. All right. This is kind of insane to me. I'm a little confused. I know this is supposed to be 104 HP, but it seems like more. I was talking about this yesterday. This manufacturer seems to give you 1 extra HP. Yeah, that almost looks like, oh wait, the pen's jutting out. And it almost looks like 2 extra HP. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna keep talking, but step away for a moment because I have to go find a module in my closet. You might actually be able to see me through the picture-in-picture. Okay, here, I'll do this. You can watch me meander. It's stupid, but whatever. All right, I have no idea where this module that I need is. That is buffered malt and a mixer. I found it. Okay. That was way quicker than I expected. I did not think that was going to go so well. All right. Hey, Forrestine, hi. Music is too loud. Thank you. Okay. Awesome. I appreciate it. How are you doing? Okay. I'm gonna flip back over here, pop on the picture-in-picture, move that down to the right side. Okay, so I'm a bit disappointed about this Unity module, but I'm not going to buy a new module just to have a black module in here. So I'm about to do something kind of ridiculous. Also, it'll likely make it so if I ever want to sell this, I won't be able to. But, you know, it's such a useful, simple little module. I don't think I have any particular reason to sell it. Is there? There is. A very tiny bolt on this. Let's see, does this fit? It does not. This probably won't work either. It does not. That's exactly it. You got it. You guessed it. I'm gonna bust out the marker, permanent marker, and this thing will be black in just a few minutes. Feel free to ask any questions while I'm doing this. I'm happy to answer anything. Of course, we're a little out of sync, so responses may not be timed well. All right, there we go. All of you. So my carpet in this room eats screws and things like this. It's like a netherworld. Like the second something hits the floor, it's gone forever. So I usually have to be pretty careful doing that. But I wasn't being too careful. I'm gonna go with this back. And time to get a marker. Let's do that. I hope my voice doesn't cut out. It probably will, but who knows. All right, I got the marker. You know, I figure since it's oh, you know what could be interesting? I wonder if this will fit on backwards. Whoa, it totally does. I don't know if the hole will align properly, though. I mean, it looks like I can get away with it. Ah, this is so cool. All right, I don't want to draw on my desk, so let's find something to take care of that. I'm afraid I'm gonna leave marks. Nice. I love ramen. All right, let's see how this goes. It's just so silly, the whole thing, but I don't know. That's the way my brain works. I feel a lot better about things when it's aesthetically pleasing to me. And modular systems are already so fantastically chaotic looking that having a whole bunch of colors and a ton of colored patch cables and things like that, it's just not for me. It's already overwhelming. So I don't know. I really like to normalize all the colors, and it makes it a bit easier for me to manage and deal with. Hey Nick, welcome. Things are going pretty good down here. It's beautiful. Mountain views. There's a lot of art, a lot of really good restaurants, and I have a ton of space in my home now. Enough space for an apartment and the ability to do things like this stream, which was a lot harder for me in New York because I lacked space there. All right, so this doesn't need to be perfect, and I suppose I could touch it up real quick, but now actually, see, I've still got the panel there and just the back here. Okay, let's start going. Yeah, so this Unity module is actually going to be used to extend the amount of effects that can come back into the blue box. I can turn one channel into three, or one channel of return into three channels of return. So yeah, I was really excited about it, and I still am, because, you know, I got here at the end of October, so it was still a bit warm and really nice, and I got to feel for a few days what it might be like when the weather's nicer. But, you know, I'm experiencing winter first as my first season in North Carolina in the mountains, and it's actually pretty mild. It's pretty nice, but you know, I don't know. I'll say this much: I have gone outside so much more here than I had been in New York in the winter. It's quite crazy. Okay, so this is almost done. Okay, there we go. So this nifty little utility that I have in my hand is 3D printed plastic that won't scratch panels, and Jim from 512 makes them. He sends them along with a black panel refit for the vector sequencer, and it is awesome. I love it. It's so much better, because normally I use this thing and man, I just scratch up my panels and ruin everything. Well, this is actually messing up the Sharpie, but that's okay. I can do a little bit of touch up. I had a feeling that might happen. So yeah, as I was saying, that this is to extend the amount of channels that go back into my blue box mixer, which is a black panel blue box. I'm insane. All right. This seems set. Cool. All right, and I actually don't really mind the little bit of stuff showing through that makes it look used and weathered a bit. It's kind of cool. I like it, like a patina. All right, let's get you on here. Red. Do you guys ever get confused about this? I mean, like, it's obvious it doesn't, I guess it doesn't matter which side you put it in. I don't know. It always just seems to work whatever side I put it in, or maybe somehow out of luck I've always put it on the right side. Okay. In. Okay. Cool. So the last two modules down here and up here, like I said, this is going to be the random module from Steady State Fate, and down here is going to be a polyphonic wavetable oscillator. The Z-Call dimensions. Right now, I just need to put something in those spaces. I'll do that in a little while. I'm gonna get screwing. It is kind of an artisanal Sharpie. Yeah, you got it. Hey Derek, what's happening? Thanks for hanging last night. Okay, so my camera kept quivering last night, and I realized that the battery was turning slower than the power, was emptying slower than the power could charge it. So I don't know. I've got a dummy battery in my camera now, and it seems to be working fine. Oh yeah, toasted sesame paste is really good. I have a coffee grinder, and I just buy toasted sesame seeds and I grind them up in the coffee grinder for ramen. I think that's what you're talking about. So lapel mic's going into my mouth when I'm screwing in. What does that even mean? I don't know what that means. Can you, oh, like the sound of it, or like visually it's going into my mouth? Yeah, I get it. I'm not saying the way you do it is wrong. I just do it in a different way. I don't eat it that much. But I do make my own kombu. That was cool. I didn't realize how easy it actually is to make kombu, and you can obviously make it vegan if you want, but I did use butter because I'm okay with fish. Oh, wow. Okay, I see what you're saying. So the screw, it just gets really loud. Maybe I could use a manual one, but I'll tell you what, I just won't talk when I screw. I'll screw in between talking. So I'm gonna actually keep going on this stream for a while. Today, I think my goal when I'm done here is to start patching the system up. A robot with paper over it. I do like the sounds of robots. So, I don't know what you all do when you're screwing in your screws, and I've said this before probably in prior streams, but I never fully screw my screws in until all the screws are in place. Mostly because minor differences in sizes, having to slide things around, maybe something doesn't power up, which reminds me I should check that right now. Okay, so Pons as a norm is upside down. That's good. Everything else, though, all seems completely fine. Yeah. Everything's working. All right. Dope. Let's keep going. So I just got this black panel for the Hertz Donut. I'm in the mail. Some of these Rogan PT series knobs are on their way. I ran out of knobs, but at least it's black, gray, and white. But I don't really like the Davies on this. It's just all I had handy at the moment. Okay. So for folks that like distortion and overdrive and feedback, the Paradigm's pretty amazing and has a fantastic amount of control in a very small space. So something that you should maybe look at, because there is just so much control over everything. You have EQ in here, you can control the amount of feedback. This is a dry wet, you have harmonics, you have a drive, you can control the phase, and nearly all of that is under voltage control. So it's pretty awesome. Hey Nick, cool. I'll see you later. Take it easy. Thanks for dropping in. All right. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't have any expectations here. If this is enjoyable to even one person or helps one person out at some point, then, oh, sorry, I keep screwing and talking. Helps one person out at some point, then I'm happy. Okay, I'm having issues on that one. Let's see. All right, I think I might need to, is there any, yeah, there's a little bit of wiggle on the bottom there. Let's go as far to the left as I can, and then that might not work. It looks like it might work. Let's give it a shot again. No, it definitely is not freaking happy, not lining up. So manufacturers who are watching this, which probably none are, but if you ever do, I don't care how precision or well you make your modules. Like, that's great. If you make your modules so precisely and so perfect, freaking awesome, good for you, right? Like, that's cool and I appreciate that, but you know, do not just drill a damn hole. Make it wider. There's always some kind of variance in a case. And all of you that just do the damn holes, like, it's really annoying. So it's seriously frustrating. And I don't know, does it cost more or something to drill a little bit more out of the panel? I mean, maybe it does. I really do not know, but I'm just saying, don't just make a fucking hole. God damn it. All right, so I don't even know what I'm gonna do here because I might have to take out the crush delay. Yeah, I might have to take it out. We'll see. Oh, fuck yes. All right, switching the screw worked. But still, if that was just slightly wider, like many of the other modules in this system, I wouldn't have gone through all that. All right. Let's see now. So this is totally bonkers. I swear this adds up to 104 HP, and that is like close to 2 HP. Let's see. I have a 1 HP module. That is an extra 2 HP. This case might be 106 HP, not 104. Which, if that's the case, for this case, I'm probably gonna have to do a slight reorg again eventually, because now I can get more out of it. I don't even know what 2 HP modules I have extra that would be good for right this second, but maybe a couple of malts. Let's see, I'll go look for some malts and see if I have any. I'll flip the camera again so you can watch my back. All right. No. Oh. Well, that is a strong possibility for not finding modules. Don't even, that's like cables. There's a big ass oscillator. A whole bunch of expert sleepers, expanders. More expert sleepers modules. They've got a sickness. All right, I swear I had several malts, and now I can't find a single one. I wonder if I have put them in the big case, and that's where they are. Or who knows where I put them? They could be anywhere. So maybe we'll just use these for now, since I don't know what I want to put in there. Will this fit? It fits beautifully and looks really cool. I love that. I don't know who makes these. I get all these blanks all over, from all over the place all the time, you know, over the years. I think it might be the Parasites, Audio Parasites guy who does, yeah, I almost guarantee he's the one who makes these, because the holes look exactly the same and the gold color really matches very, very well with what's going on that Hertz donut there. Okay, so I'll put you down for a moment. Okay. Yep. Yeah, extra 2 HP. That's insane. I don't know. It's like a bonus, I guess. I was talking about it yesterday, how in my 84 HP Nono case, there seemed to be 1 HP extra, and how that also was just a really awesome thing. I would use these little 1 HP blanks if I just needed to fill the space, but if I didn't, and I could get an extra module in there that I was having trouble with before, it was just such a great thing. So, I don't know. All right, oh, fuck me. Okay. I really want to get all this screwing done. Okay. See, motherfucker. You goddamn single hole bastard. Alright. There we go. Okay. It's like you just gotta have it like perfectly pushed up in there, and there we go. Alright, pain in the ass, but so this is a 4 HP phaser made by G-Storm Electro. You can buy them from his shop on Reverb. Really reasonable price. I swapped the knobs out on it, and as I said, I'm waiting for knobs, so I'm probably gonna swap them out again. But I wanted it monochromatic. He had 4 different colors on here, like red, green, blue, and white, which for me was just too much. But for a 4 HP phaser, it just sounds amazing, and it's really simple. I mean, it has an LFO built in where you can control the rate of the LFO, and it has a mount. But for such a simple module, it just adds so much to a system in such a small space. All right, that is not going in right. There we go. Okay. Continue. I keep going over to my modules. So you keep being tempted to Sharpie your rails because the silver's showing through? Hey, you totally should. Why not? I mean, does it matter? I suppose maybe you're not, because you're thinking it would lower the value if you tried to sell the case someday, but you've had that case for a pretty long time, I think, right? Regardless, I think you should do it. You could probably always wipe it off. Use a little bit of nail polish remover or something when it comes time to sell. Okay, so I need these slightly longer screws. And just have that, and then this. Oh, that is something I want to do. I will do it in just a minute. Yeah, alcohol will remove it. See, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. The marker and the ideas need to align in time. I get it. All right, I'm putting you back over here. Where was I? Okay, Doper. Oops. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Typical move. All right, here we go. Yeah, okay. Get back in there. Okay. Ta-da. I haven't decorated too many. Well, I've actually never decorated modules with markers before. I've used other things. I think one of the biggest decoration products I did a while back, I used shelf paper to cover several modules so that they all looked like they shared the same panel. That was really fun for the time that I did it. Well, you're not going to have to hear the robot anymore because the battery is now dead on that screwdriver. I don't know why that feels weird, but it does. All right, we're back to manual. I can't believe this is the way that I used to do this all the time. Yeah, that case was really cool. It was just a little project for me one winter. I was a little bored and just felt like it would be fun to make an instrument. I eventually ended up taking it apart and selling a few of the modules that were in it. But overall, it was a pretty cool experience. But I will tell you this, if you decide to do that, if you decide to use shelf paper the way that I did, be prepared to spend a bunch of time cleaning sticky bits off of your panels. That was not fun at all. I didn't realize it was going to do that. If you can find some kind of shelf paper that leaves less residue, you might be happier in the long run. But I did not like that. Okay. I'm getting super close. Yep. Also, you may notice that I'm only putting screws in the top right and bottom left of every module instead of all four. Anyone who uses modular has gone through reorgs for sure. I have done it so many times that really putting a screw in every corner is just such a hassle, and I don't want to do it. So I have found that 2 screws is often plenty, even on a large module like this, though I probably will use 4 screws for that, just because. And actually, I may even use a washer on this one. I'm gonna get a couple more because of reasons. There are reasons that I'm doing this. Reasons that will become apparent in the future. Mostly I don't use washers also. Rack rash is something that doesn't bother me, and I don't know why it would bother anyone really, because if that part of your module always sits underneath a screw anyway, right? Who cares? I don't get it. I mean, I'm uptight about a lot of things, but that's not one of them. All right. Confetti design. Yeah, you know, you like a lot of bright colors. I love bright colors, don't get me wrong. I totally do. I just don't love bright colors on my modular. That is not working. Why? I don't know why you're not working, but we'll do this. Okay. Man, I'm so excited about getting to use the vector again. It's been a while. We parted for, I don't know, not quite a year. And it wasn't really a parting. I did use it a little bit. It was in my studio case over here, kind of where the Renee is. But I just wasn't using it as much because I was trying to learn how to use the push as a live sequencer, mixer, and effects box for a smaller modular system. And while yes, it is completely possible, I played 2 live shows with that setup, and did pretty well, you know, like they were good shows. But it's just, I don't know, there's something about using live as a sequencer, even on the standalone push, that is just not fun. I don't really think they get it. Or, okay, so the one thing that was fun and really good was the pads, you know, because that was a unique way to input things, rather than, you know, step sequencers. But that's the thing with Ableton, is like, as a step sequencer, adding notes individually at a time it's just really, it's not very good at that. And if I'm honest, there were a ton of bugs that have been resolved, but there were a bunch of bugs on the push that really got on my nerves, especially when I was sequencing stuff, programming sequences, because it would lock up and it wouldn't allow me to change parameters. I did not get it. It's crazy. Okay, so I am pretty far along in this process. I just want to fill these spaces with something. So I'm gonna look in the closet again. I think they are 10 HP. Wow, it almost fits. A little 6 HP thing. I can go in there and then I can put something else in there maybe. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna go look in the closet. Beep. Let's see what's in here. All right, that's panels. Okay. See, the problem is having enough big, wider ones. But let's see, and black, you know, I'm just gonna grab several of these and go back over there, see how that goes. All right, that's probably the best I can do right now. All right. PodMod. Podular Modcast. Tim Hecker's show is great, if you all watch it. Okay, so that is unfortunate. I suppose I'm gonna have to put another one in there. Because right now I just don't think I want to put a module in there. And then this up here, it's the same damn thing. So that's 6, that's 4, that's 10 HP. Looks like, wow, that is crazy. How do I have 2 extra HP up there? And then down here, it's just 1. I don't know. Maybe this no 4 HP is, it looks like 4 HP. Maybe it's like a half HP bigger. I'm not really sure. All right, I guess this is what I'm doing. Oh, it doesn't matter. Does not matter. You though, screw it. I will give you power for the, maybe when I rearrange this, my 2 HP, I have, looks like maybe 1 HP. Maybe if I can slide everything. Yeah. That's 1 HP extra down here too. I don't know, maybe that's 2 HP. That's 4 extra HP, I think. Yeah, 4 extra HP in the whole case. Yeah, I mean, that's a good size module, right? Let's see if my hand fits in here. It just barely fit. The reason I'm powering it, one, I get to use it, but two, when my module comes and I swap, it'll have the power cable already in there, and I won't have to take anything apart in order to reach it. Cool. We're gonna do B-Boy Tech. Sorry, Traversing. Not for any particular reason. This is an upcoming SSF module that's really quite cool. It's like a dynamics processor, but like kind of like a gate processor. It allows you to change the level of gates, even the length of it. At audio rates, you can pulse width modulate just about any wave with it, do like some wave shaping stuff, which is really cool. It can also just be a really cool, complicated VCA, where you have extra CV over level and several other things. It also a decay envelope also. So really, I mean, if you put this, you know, pair it with like a oscillator and a filter, you have a full voice with 3 modules. All right. Okay. Short HP, even if it were 103 instead of 105, yeah, that would fucking piss me off. I would not be happy about that at all. Hello, there you are. All right. Something neat about these cases is this space that's in here. When I pack it up to go to a show, I can put my power supply in there, I can put a whole bunch of extra cables. But I have also thought I might be able to squeeze 1 euro in there, but it could also be sort of hard because this handle is in here. That handle is down, like it should slide into there a little bit better. I don't know. I'll check that out later. A very expensive 1U blank panels. Are they pricey? I have a couple of 1U blank panels. I don't remember if they were pricey or not. I did buy them though, as opposed to like the rest of all of these blank panels. I kind of have just acquired one way or another. I really like these two. These are also from the Audio Parasites guy. They're little Pac-Man 1 HP blanks, and they're just, I like looking at them. There's something weird about them being kind of monochromatic in gold on black that, you know, makes Pac-Man feel sort of steampunk almost. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh my god. $6 or $8 for a 2 HP 1U blind? Yeah, that's someone robbing you blind. Who the hell sells that? Is that IntelliGel that sells it for that much money? Because that's just whack. No, I'm not gonna put an extra screw in that one. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Hey, looks like I am done for now with this part. And I'm going to leave those there. Put this in here. And just do a little cleanup. Oh, you know, I have to tighten up all of those as well, which I will do in just a sec. Yeah, so I know Bafaco makes a brush to do this, but if you look on Amazon, there's a barber's brush that is the exact same brush as the Bafaco one. So it was smart, you know, they got something that was pre-made, they branded it, and you can buy it. But you know what? A paintbrush works really well. Really, really well. So still Canadian dollars. I mean, I don't know what that would translate, but I feel like for a 2 HP 1U panel, I mean, really should that be any more than $2? You know, it feels like a $2 item to me. I don't know. I suppose it could be more. I should be charging my electric one. This is so old school. I'm also really happy to have Droid back in my system in a place where I will use it. I had it in live. I'm in the studio case also, but I just wasn't really using it there. In case this size, it just feels a lot more functional to me. You know, you have 8 CV outs here, 8 CVN, plus this X7 module, which is, you know, what allows you to connect a USB cable so you can program it from your computer. Also has 4 gates, and if you want to use MIDI, it's got a MIDI in and MIDI out. I don't use the MIDI right now, but you know, I always think about the fact that it's there and that I can, if I want to. I think I did all the all right. That feels right. The muffled loudness happens when my arms are up. Okay, let's just readjust this microphone. You know what? Maybe I don't need to wear the damn thing at all. What if I just put it there? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it looks just fine right there, although it'll probably be kind of loud when I do stuff like that. That's not good. I will put it up here with my camera maybe. Let's see. That should be okay, and I should still get picked up pretty well. Yeah, so, hey Eric, what's up? How you doing? Forstein or Eric, let me know if the level of my voice is still okay. It's probably slightly better because it's not brushing up against my neck every few seconds. Yeah, I am back to the Vector. I still have the push and I will still be using the push, but just in a different way. I'm not going to be using it for live sets anymore. I do really like it, and currently it is my only MPE device, so that's a reason to keep it, I guess. Although I don't really have any MPE sense except for what's inside Ableton. Okay. Oh good, I'm glad it sounds fine. Awesome. Wasn't exactly comfortable anyway on my neck. I didn't like it there, so I'm glad that being up there it's better. It's cute, it's so small, that microphone, it can kind of go anywhere. This just doesn't really, that screw doesn't like being in that hole. I'm gonna try a different screw. I don't know why. You ever notice that sometimes certain screws just, there's something kind of tight. Oh no, that looks right. Okay. I think I'm good. Yeah. I mean, this layout too is really close to what I used to have in my 12U. It's just condensed, and there's a bit less going on, mostly because of at least what I hope to get out of the blue box, because it's really capable in a really small space. I just don't know how well it's gonna work out. In my tests, it seemed to work out really well. So I am looking forward to that. Did I already do all that? I did. It's these down here I did not do. I love the way these Schlab modular SPF filters look now. On the other side of this panel is it's another version of the panel because it's fully symmetrical, the module, but it's just black with text. There's no design on it, and I thought I was going to do that just because it was less distracting. And I was like, hey, let me try it this way. And I'm glad I did because I think it looks really cool. So close to starting to patch. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So something I need to test that I have yet to test when I get this set up. I was talking earlier about how I like running all my drums through an extra VCA because there's extra level control and I can get more accurate and specific dynamics and levels. This does have 6 CV inputs, which I haven't really decided what I will use those CV inputs for yet, but I'm assuming they could also be used similarly where the signal that I send to it can control the volume of the tracks, thereby giving me more dynamics, but I don't know. I'll have to test it out. Okay, I'm going to start patching. And as I patch, I'll do my best to explain what I'm doing and why. Okay, let's get some of these folks over here and a little bit of pre-patch organization. Come on. I just pulled these out rather hastily out of the other case, so they're all still a bit tangled up. Okay. I was talking about this little cubby hole in here earlier, and it's also a really good place to like tuck cables. It's really nice. I'm gonna pop this off actually because I want to see what's up with this handle. There we go. Sorry about all the noise and the banging and the shaking. Okay. Ta-da! That's much better. Alright. So, I don't really need power just yet, but I'm going to pretty soon. But I want to think a little bit about how I approach this. These 4 channels over here are for my drums. The 2 CV channels that are up here in the sequencer are for my 2 voices up here, which are lead and bass, but they can be interchangeable. Just decide whichever one needs to be whichever one. And that's really the majority of the CV control. Let's see also. So there are extra gates that I want, or I want to split some of the gates. The question is, do I want to do it from the left side, the right side, or the final output? There's something that I like about having the difference be pretty significant when you slide this. So if I only do these on the left side, which is my main programmed drums and gates that are coming from the vector sequencer, when I slide this over, the things that are multed get muted automatically. If I were to come out of here, no matter what, those gates that get multed out, and the things that they get multed out to are the droid, which I use to process the gates, and then use that for various CV control throughout the system, so that that CV happens when a gate happens. And also a lot of side chaining, which I do with the Pons as Anorum, because it is set into rising mode. I can use it to sidechain a lot of things. And when I say sidechain, I don't just mean level or volume, but I can use it to control any other number of parameters, filter, I often use it to control the dry wet on effects as well. I think that can be a really cool thing to tame a lot of effects, especially reverb. Though I don't really have a reverb now. My reverb is in the blue box. I gotta listen to it a bunch too again. I'm not too sure I'm happy about that reverb yet. Then maybe I will be. It's time to go some. Okay. So, given everything I just said, I'm gonna need my kick and my half pitch. I want to do it here. I do want to do it here. I definitely want the kick and the snare. The cymbals. I can always remove it later on. So I'll just be uniform about that for now. And lengthwise, it's kind of ridiculous. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of tucking down here. Sometimes I really wish people just made things a lot shorter, especially these mult type things where you're plugging other cables into them, because it just gets silly. Alright, let's measure another few things here. So I want 3 channels of PAMs. We'll be doing some kind of simple Euclidean sequencing, going down into the second channel here. I probably will not do the kick, because the kick does get used for the Pons as an arm to sidechain a lot of things as an event. Actually, yes. I don't think I need these. Okay, that's good. So the reason I don't do the kick, I leave it blank, is because when I slide this over, everything that's being sidechained when it's on the left is being sidechained. When I slide it over, if there's nothing in there, the kick is muted, and so is the sidechaining. So essentially you get the effect of everything opening up a little bit, some swells and things of that nature. And it's really freaking cool sounding. Yeah, see, look at that. It's just way too long. I need cables that are like that long. Maybe I'm too good at placing my modules next to other modules. I really don't know. There are these guys, but I don't know if I want them sticking out. Oh no, I do actually, because I like to use this sometimes to route cables through also. Okay, so I'm gonna slide this over. So I have my cables next to me. Okay. 5, 6, and 7. Into there. One. And it doesn't really matter if they're sticking up here. Like, they don't need to be flat with the right angles because there's no additional controls over here. It's mostly, this is what I want to get at. So I don't really need flat cables, which means that I can also use this here. Then here. So this is side chain, which will go up here. That's just CBN. This is the trigger in. Okay. Let's see, that can get tucked away down there, which is really nice. The snare, though, I'm going to want it to go up to the droid. I do not know which channel I have set up for that at the moment on the droid, but I'm going to have to reprogram everything on the droid anyway, so it does not matter. And again, there isn't really any knobs over here that I have to reach, and so I don't need to use the right angles. I mean, I could. It would make everything sort of flat and nice, but I don't really like this. It's annoying, but especially if it's outside. I think that might work. Let's see, lengthwise. You're not even long enough. Goodbye, Forestine. I don't know if you're still there, but if you are, goodbye. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Okay. We'll go with you for now. This is kind of nice, actually. Yeah, I like that. Okay. That's pretty cool. Let's do that with everybody. Nice. Okay. And then so all my knobs are here. What does it feel like when you're populated with vertical ones? It does not feel crowded at all, so honestly, it's about the destination right now, rather than this space, and it's maybe also about how the cables themselves are going to be wound together tightly and organized. Yeah, man. See you later, Eric. Thank you also for coming by. I appreciate it. Oh man, my phone is totally gonna die. I don't know if I really care that much. see how much longer I'm going to go with this anyway. I don't know how much longer. I'm gonna keep patching. Okay, so these are those, and what kind of lengths do I have here? I have that as a length. I have these little tiny ones. I think that's no good. It's this though. If I have them all sticking out here because they're all along the bottom, the way that he does this. You know, I'm just gonna stick with this for now. I don't care. I'm overthinking everything. Boom. Alright. Cool. Alright, so pitch and velocity. Let's see. So I actually feel like I'm gonna do this. Which direction is it gonna be good in? Nope. Looks like it's gonna have to be like that. Okay, that sucks for this knob. And this way it goes outside the case. So I might have to wonder if I can go back and do that. So nothing. That's tough. You wanna do it? Yes, you do. That. Okay. Definitely not gonna work. Nope, you did. Ta-da. Oh man, I am really covering up my pitch though. I might be able to get in there. Question is, do I want to mult any of the pitch to anything over here? So I may do volt per octave on the bass from time to time. And this bit of percussion here, I could also use it as a lead and do some volt per octave, but I don't know that I will. The idea of it's nice. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll just explore that when I get there. But still, having the pitch parameter be able to control two different things simultaneously on each of these is really nice. The question is,
I don't even think this is going to be possible. Will I be able to get more of these in here? And is this really what I want to fucking do? This is not working out for me. It works so much better in this direction. It's just this last one that's annoying that I have to figure out because I don't want it this way. Okay, I think I got this down. Or at least partly down. That's fine. What about this one? Let's see what happens if I put you there. I can sort of do it that way, and then I'm totally fine with this, I know this might seem crazy to anyone that's made it this far, that is still watching this or has any desire to watch any of this content, but this is really important, or it will be down the road. It'll be very important to have these all positioned properly, but it's important for cable management and being able to reach everything the way that you want to reach it. But it's also important for modulation because I don't repatch a lot of the system. There are many things that I will repatch, and I will obviously mess with a ton of the parameters themselves. But there's a lot of the system I just do not repatch. It's always patched. It's a semi-perma-patch. So, getting it right is helpful because repatching later on down the road becomes a little difficult. Alright. Let's see. All that velocity. Put you there for now. And pitch. Do I have any more of those? Ow. Oh man, I'm really sorry about that. I just bashed everything. Okay. Let's see. I have these, which could solve some of that issue over there. Yeah, let's take a look. And then maybe I'll be able to use these elsewhere. So I only have the one extra one. And in fact, I could even undoing everything I just did. But because of that, I might be able to. I don't know how many of these I have. Let's find out. Oh, holy moly! I'm one short. Are you serious? What a bummer. Yeah, that's a bummer. Man, that's intense. Look at that thick honking bit of material. I'm actually gonna have to see if I can close the case. I'll test that in a sec. But this actually really will work out. Do I have one more of those? Well, that's okay. I can use one of these right angle ones metalloid with them. I've actually got velocity. So filter is definitely something I want to do. And I can use either velocity or pitch to control the filter. Then variant and material would be really nice to control separately from the cutoff. And the question, do I ever want to control the tune? I'm not particularly sure. I do. Maybe I will. So once that's done, then I only have decay on A and B and tune remaining. So I don't really need it for two of these anyway. Velocity is very important that it goes into this octolinear VCA. I'm actually just saying what I'm thinking all the time, so I don't know if this is helpful for other people, but saying it out loud for me helps me figure it out. Okay, so if velocity is going to the VCA, totally controlling velocity. It could also do filter should I want it, or variant and material should I want it. But what is more important to be precise, that's totally separate from volume dynamics and honestly, it could be either one. It could be filter or variant. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't know that I need to molt all four pitch and velocity on this one. I think I can leave a couple out. Maybe, I don't know. I'll worry about it later, but let's just say that it's velocity, and then I'll take that out for now. And see, I guess I'll have the pitch right now control the cutoff. So that actually is almost one of the most important things on this module, actually. So let's see. Do I want you? Outside each of these. Also on the inside. I do know that I'm pretty annoyed by that module shaking around right now. So this I don't know if this shorter screw is gonna work, but all right, so the top is definitely as tight as it can be. Bottom here. Oh, see, that doesn't. Oh, it caught. It caught. And not moving around anymore. This one is. It's really bothersome when that happens, actually. Oops, damn it. That screw's gone forever. That is totally the wrong size. You go in there. Let's get you. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. You are experiencing the same damn thing. Alright. I think you are fine on the top for some reason. I don't know why these bottom screws are doing that. All I know is that it is really annoying when it does do it. Many different types of screws in that one space. Just getting all mixed up, I guess. And there you go. Hooray. Okay, so do it for manuals, also doing it. I mean, I'm not going to be plugging in and out of these very often, but it's still just annoying to have the modules wiggling around a little bit. And it's better to do this, fix this issue now. Ah, damn. Okay, you just don't want to do it, huh? Alright. Let's that was that size. That was that size. We'll try it one more time. You are not long enough. You're not catching. Go back to the long one. Maybe I just didn't tighten it enough. Still got some wiggle room. Oh, look at that. I did not tighten it enough, I guess. Alright. I wonder if this is because of variances in panel size. I don't really know the panel depth there. Actually, all the panels do seem to be pretty well aligned. I don't know what the fuck it is. Alright. Well, whatever it is not a problem anymore. Okay. Back to this. Alright, so your pitch. You guys are gonna be my filters. You're A, you're B. You are gates. Right on. Tuck you guys down here. Okay, and then variant and material were kind of open, was the idea. The velocity, you know, I can do this at any time. I don't currently have something that I want to plug the velocity to in here. Like could see wanting to do it with the decay. And maybe the variant of material. You know, I'll leave it in there. It's no big deal if I don't plug it. Just leave them empty and blank. I really don't know. Alright, we're gonna have to start plugging these guys out first. Out. So if I keep doing them in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 5, 6. Right. I think that's sensible. Just continuing to think. Yeah, okay. What other sizes of these cables have I purchased? Let's go take a look. Okay. You're still there. Is there anything in between you and you? It's like half the size. Is that it? I have one. I got it. This is it. Okay. So you. All right. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could go longer, but I think that feels all right to me. Because I'm gonna have you guys patched elsewhere. Okay. It's good that these do this, but Yeah, I wanted to test the height of this. But I also, this overlap here on these is starting to bug me a little bit for closing this case. Sorry, I'm going to be bouncing everything around. That does not seem to be a fucking problem. It works just fine. Okay. Cool. So you straight up don't have a filter, which is fine, but you also do not have dual VCAs like everything else. Which means I may use 6 and 7 for you. Yeah. Hey, Derek. Oh man, you're still in here, right? You saw me close it, huh? It's pretty freaking slick. I gotta thank Saddle Up the Robots for introducing me to this case. I always thought it was really cool. I really liked his case whenever we played out live together, or whenever he played out live and I saw it. I loved the way that it worked. But it was always too small for me, actually. So I needed 12U. I couldn't live with anything less than 12U. Now I've managed to figure it out somehow to get into something smaller. This case will fit perfectly in an overhead compartment on a plane. In fact, it's a little under the size. My 12U actually fit just fine in an overhead on a plane also. But it was kind of on the edge. This might fit in smaller planes overheads, possibly. I don't know. I guess I'll find out eventually. Okay. Back to the patch. All right. So this needs to go in here. And I'm thinking, I'm so confused. Alright, so that one. And the medium one is looking like the one. Yeah, that'll do. That will do. Okay. And then I'll be coming out of main most frequently. Those guys I can use for other stuff. But main will go there. And then maybe a shorty might be the one. It is. Look at you, shorty. And then this is where things get a little bit tricky. So the output of that is going to go into the input on 7, because that is where my velocity control will come from. And let's see, velocity 2. You know, I don't want to be too tight between the cases because this goes back a little bit. So here's where I probably want to use slightly longer cables. I don't even think this mid-range one would be, maybe. We're gonna go ahead and do a long one just to be safe. So that is gonna control the velocity, the dynamics on that particular voice, and then the envelope will be coming out of Zadar, C, and D. One of those gets used to envelope various things on the Hertz donut. So I'm going to use C out to control channel okay. We'll see about getting into all these other channels in a little while. Maybe I'll do that right now. I'll start working on setting up the velocity channels for all these other guys. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so man, I'm getting really hungry. I may pause on this stream pretty soon to go eat, but let's go a little longer. All right. That length might actually be okay. Let's see. It is not. That is not okay. We really do need some long cables on some of these. I need to double check some of my long cable sizes. See what sizes I have there. I feel like I got a couple of different longer ones, but maybe they're all just like, is this one the same as all these middle ones? Yeah. That's you. That's you. Okay. Yeah, so those are the same. These are the same. Got a couple gray ones. Those were tests. Those are the same. Gotta undo a bunch of these. These are the same. Okay. I suspect that this is just the next length up, and that's it. Yep. And I got one more, or not quite one more bunch over here, but I have a few extras in different sizes. Let's see. I think these might be these mid-length guys. Yeah. And I think this might be this size. Yeah. Let's undo. This. even end up needing remotely all these cables, but I don't know, I tend to over compensate when it comes to cables. It's nice to have more than it is too little. Okay, I think that does it for me on all of my right angle Luigi cables. So these, because I don't have anywhere else to put them right now, I'm gonna stick a whole bunch in here so I can get at them easily. And you get there. I'll put you there. Alright. So, and I think it was these real long ones that I wanted to use for various velocities. Velocity for kick. Velocity for snare. Velocity for metal. Okay. Alright, this is... Some of these are a little weird. I mean, this shit's gonna be so bunched up, it'll be bonkers anyway, but I'm gonna unplug our main Hertz donut for now, just so I can get these done. Okay. Those are my drums. Then it's velocity for the 100 grit, which is coming from here. I don't know that it needs a super long one. It does not. Okay. And yeah, we'll do the same thing that we've been doing. We'll go in there. Although now that's starting to feel a little too squidgy. Don't like it. And I have to put you back. Okay, so now I can pull all of you down. Do I want those going in the other direction? I think I do, so I'm gonna pull these fellas out for a sec. And all you Okay. Cool. Is it better the other way? I really can't say, because now I'm going to have to do that on this side with the outputs the way that it was over here. This is never going to get switched. Once I have those plugged in, that's never really going to change, but that is a whole nother fucking row of jacks that are going to be in there. Well, I don't know. I really can't say. What if I did this on all of them? Well, maybe I will do that. Oh yeah, that was the right decision. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this right now. That feels really fucking good. Okay, awesome. Now I have no idea where this thing is plugged in. Okay, so this is the last hi-hat velocity. Oh man, when this is done on these cables, they're gonna be so tight. I can't wait, actually. All right, so yeah, this is velocity 1, 2, 3, 4. That is velocity for the last hat. All right. All you guys go back down. Cool. And you need to go in here. Ta-da. Okay. And then you. Right. 5. And were you? You were 6. Yeah, that's right. That's it. Ta-da! Oh man, I'm glad I went back and spent all that crazy amount of time doing something so simple. All right, so I have all of my velocity patched. I have my envelope for this patch. I didn't put back in my output for this, and that goes in the middle of this clusterfuck of things. So let's loosen this up a little and see if we can get you in there without too much trouble. Ta-da! Okay, I think that's pretty good. So now I've just got outputs. I have a whole VCA free. And yep, that's okay. So all of the outputs from all the voices are going into that VCA. And then I'm going to take outputs from there and go into the blue box, but I might save that for part 3 of this because, as I said, I'm starving. I do want to keep patching though because I just feel like I'm just starting to get this where it needs to be, I might end up replacing a couple of these with longer cables too. It feels pretty good when they all go down here instead of bunch up around here. All right. This was from the kick. That's right, the gate from the kick. So my gates are all down here, but I didn't do my gates on these voices, and actually I didn't plug, I didn't do all my gates, so I need short one. Oh, dummy, that's your gate. And that is pitch, so that's also dumb. That's your gate. Gate 2. Snare. Put you over there for now. 3 and 4 go direct. Oh, fuck me. They do not. That is okay. It's not that big a deal, to be honest. In fact, I can save these. That is 3, that is 4. Beep. Okay. And 3 and 4 need to go in there. So, I think I can just use regular old patch cables. None of this right angle bullshit. 3 and 4. And 4. Alright, that's feeling good. Yes. Okay, so all my gates are in for my drums, and we'll soon be out. Figure that out later. This definitely wants to go under here. And do we want a long droopy one? This short and tighter one. I don't know. I'll do the shorter one for now. Okay. All right. Drums are done. Drums are totally done. Well, the first part of them is done. Going into the mixer, not done. And a few other things not done, but mostly done and functional. All right, so I think I'm going to end here and pick this back up again tomorrow, and I'll probably start getting into some noises tomorrow as well, because it just feels like that's where I'm going. I'm gonna have to start testing this anyway, just to make sure. You know, right before I end, I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure that okay, that all seemed to be triggering everything the way that it should be. So I don't know if there's a sequence in this right now. There is. Cool. All right, so we're getting our triggers. It's good. All right, looking good. All right, I'm out. Derek, thanks for hanging out. Anyone else who is watching. If you are watching, thank you for coming by. And tomorrow, things might end up being a bit more exciting because we're gonna have some music making. We'll see. But yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'll see you all later. Bye.